Shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
It's a cooler start this morning, and the clouds are rolling in as we see a low that could bring us some significant rain over the weekend. I'll show you how much.
A school in mourning. Today, E.E. Smith High School will not play their scheduled football game. The community support after 3 football players died in a crash. Plus, Tar Heel turmoil. UNC's football program is seeing a coach suspension and a player investigation. The questions we are asking about Bill Belichick's control over the team. 2 big stories that we were following for you this morning, as well as much, much more. Good morning, everyone. It is 4:30 on your Friday, and it feels fabulous out there. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. A noticeable difference with that fall-like feeling.
Yeah, it's nice and cool out there this morning. We take a live look at Durham. The clouds are starting to roll in. When I came in, it looked partly cloudy, but we'll see more and more cloud cover as we get through the morning. 52 is our current temperature, and our dew point's still nice and dry at 47, so it feels comfortable this morning. 55 in Fayetteville, 52 Roxborough, 55 in Rocky Mount. And our temperatures this morning are running about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than they were yesterday in most places. We will see another breezy afternoon like we did yesterday, gusts 15 to 20, maybe up to 25 miles per hour at times during the afternoon. And our temperatures stay in the 60s. We'll see more and more cloud cover as we head through the afternoon. And again, it will be breezy. We won't see rain starting until tomorrow morning, but Saturday is now up to 70% and Sunday at 50%. I'll walk you through the timeline on Futurecast and show you how much we'll see.
Elizabeth, thanks. Today, a high school football game is postponed after 3 students died in a crash. The 3 students who died were football players for E.E. Smith High School. A 4th person is in critical condition this morning. WRAL's Flynn Snyder is on Rose Hill Road in Fayetteville, where that crash happened Wednesday night. Flynn, tonight was going to be Southview High School's homecoming game.
And Renee, instead, the school community is grieving the loss of these 3 students. This morning, a memorial at Rose Hill Road, where the crash happened, is growing. A steady flow of friends and family have stopped by to place flowers and balloons and grapple with this stunning loss. It's where police say 21-year-old driver Diamond Monroe struck a power pole. Her 3 passengers, Jayon Elliott, Trevor Merritt, and Nicholas Williams died. Monroe is at UNC Hospital in critical condition. The teen school posted a tribute saying the young men will always be part of the E.E. Smith family. We talked to a close friend of Jayon Elliott.
Me sick to my stomach because he was just here yesterday. He was just here yesterday. We had a whole conversation.
She showed us these photos of her and her best friend, Jayon Elliott. She says it is never going to feel the same without him here. Flynn Snyder, WRAL News, live in Fayetteville.
A UNC assistant football coach is suspended this morning after the school said he violated rules related to extra benefits. This comes as apparent turmoil brews in the Tar Heel football program, a story we first brought to you on WRAL earlier this week. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is live at UNC Chapel Hill's campus this morning. And Kelsey, UNC says the investigation into cornerbacks coach Armand Hawkins is still ongoing.
Yes, Renee, more issues within the UNC football program coming to light this morning. Just last night, UNC Athletics released this statement confirming they have suspended assistant coach Armand Hawkins for providing extra benefits. It goes on to say he will stay on leave as they investigate other actions detrimental to the team and university. We first told you about a Tar Heel 24/7 report yesterday. It said decision makers are working on a possible exit strategy for Coach Belichick. But sources close to UNC say that's not true. We're expecting to hear from Belichick for the first time Monday ahead of their next game, since the Tar Heels are not scheduled to play this weekend. WRAL will be at Belichick's news conference to ask about all that's been uncovered this week. So to stay up to date on what's happening on and off the field, head to WRAL.com. Just search keyword Belichick. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Chapel Hill.
And later this morning, Pat Welter will be on the Dan Patrick Show to talk about his reporting into the UNC football program. WRAL has been following these developments all week, starting on Monday with Pat's first story that spread from our TV news to the web and social media. You can watch that story and each development on the WRAL YouTube page. Today, a North Carolina lawmaker charged with child sex crimes is expected in court after a one-day delay. State Representative Cecil Brockman was due in court yesterday, but he had a medical emergency. He faces 2 counts of indecent liberties with a child and 2 other charges for sex offenses. Investigators say the charges involve a 15-year-old. We've reached out to Brockman and his legislative office. We have not heard back. State Republican and Democratic leaders, including Governor Stein, are calling for him to resign. The Trump administration is temporarily blocked from sending National Guard troops to Chicago after a judge's ruling. The decision came yesterday as Illinois challenged unwanted federal deployments. A federal judge in Chicago ruled that the deployment violates the Constitution. The judge said the mobilizations only add fuel to the fire that the defendants themselves have started. Illinois' Attorney General praised the decision.
Decision not just for the state of Illinois, but for the entire country.
President Trump has defended his actions in both Oregon and Illinois. New York's Attorney General is facing an indictment just weeks after the president called for her prosecution. A Virginia grand jury handed up the indictment on Letitia James on criminal bank fraud charges. James has been a target of the president since she secured a $500 million civil judgment against his real estate empire last year.
You have an attorney general who's a total stone cold crook, New York State, Letitia James, a total crook.
These charges are baseless, and the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost.
James's charges stem from a home purchase in Virginia. The indictment accuses her of falsely representing the home as her secondary residence to get better loan terms. Prosecutors say she intended to rent it out as an investment property. This morning, we're working to get more information about an active shooter investigation at Fayetteville State University. Officials say they received a bomb threat at Cross Creek Early College High School, which is on the FSU campus. That threat turned into an active shooter threat. Sky 5 flew over campus as students sheltered in place. University officials say campus police responded and they lifted the lockdown. The U.S. military is preparing to deploy up to 200 troops to Israel. They're being sent to help implement the peace deal between Israel and Hamas. The troops will also help support humanitarian aid distribution. U.S. troops will stay in Israel. Officials say they will not step foot in Gaza. The troops will make sure both sides of the war are upholding their parts of the agreement. President Trump says all hostages will be freed on Monday. And from the Middle East to Durham, the community gathered in support of Kyle Captain. He was taken into Israeli custody after attempting to bring aid to people in Gaza. His friends say his flotilla was boarded by Israeli troops in the Mediterranean Sea on Wednesday. He's been in custody ever since.
I'm worried for my friends. I also know that what they would say is that this is nothing to what Palestinians are experiencing and have been for over 70 years now.
WRAL has reached out to members of the Israeli government about Captain's condition and when he may be released. We are waiting on a response. His friends say they are hoping all sides follow through with the peace deal and that he is released soon. The search resumes this morning for a 17-year-old missing from North Topsail Beach. The teen was one of several young men who were swimming yesterday evening. All of them got caught in a rip current. Everyone else got back to shore. Rescue crews have used boats and jet skis to look for the missing swimmer. Breaking news. After midnight, Loyola University in Chicago announced the death of Sister Jean Dolores Schmidt. Schmidt was known simply as Sister Jean. In 2018, she was that good luck charm for the Ramblers basketball team when they went on that Cinderella run in the NCAA tournament. She was always seen cheering them on from the sidelines. Sister Jean was 106 years old. What a life. A traffic alert for your Friday night. All westbound lanes of Wade Avenue will be closed from 11 tonight through 7 tomorrow morning. This is happening near Blue Ridge Road. There will be a detour. Crews are working to install a new bridge to make travel safer for cyclists and pedestrians in that area. Covering Durham. Today we will learn more about mental health programs in schools. Durham Public Schools is teaming up with Alliance Health to bring back its wraparound mental health program. This aims to connect students with behavioral health services, treatment for substance use disorders, and services for intellectual and developmental disabilities. Today's announcement is in recognition of World Mental Health Day. Also today, be aware of more students walking and biking to class. Schools are celebrating Walk and Roll to School Day. In Durham, families at E.K. Powell Elementary will be at Oval Park Tennis Courts at 7:10 a.m. Also today, Southwest Elementary families will have an on-campus Walk and Roll celebration. In Raleigh, families will meet at 8:40 at Roberts Park Playground for a group walk to school. This event was originally scheduled for Wednesday but was postponed because of weather. Hot start on the ice. The Carolina Hurricanes get their new season underway. Their offensive explosion as they got off on the right foot. King tides. Communities along our coast are preparing for high waters, the already hard-hit areas that could be in for more flooding. And we'll give you a live look at Fenton and Cary this morning. Fall weather and rain on the way this weekend. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner is tracking the timeline in her forecast.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
It is 4:44. We have a mix of clouds and clear skies out there right now. Temperatures are mostly in the 50s, 55 in Wilson, 52 Durham, 55 in Fayetteville. The big thing that you'll notice today different than yesterday is we're going to see the clouds really starting to thicken up pretty quickly. That will help to keep our temperatures cool. We're going to keep it in the upper 60s, but it will still be breezy like yesterday. We're going to see winds gusting out of the northeast at about 15 to 20 miles per hour as we head through the afternoon. At the bus stop this morning, the temperatures could dip into the upper 40s for a little while, so I would definitely recommend jackets for the kids, especially if they have to stand out there for long, and maybe not shorts and t-shirts as we don't even get into the 70s this afternoon. As cloudy as it will be this afternoon, I'm not expecting that we'll see any rain until tomorrow. I'll show you what time on Saturday that rain starts coming up.
Elizabeth, thanks. The women's flag football coach at the University of Mount Olive has resigned. The university shared a statement last night. In it, it said it has received complaints regarding women's flag football coach Eric James, and the university can confirm that Coach James is no longer employed at the university. Officials say the university has begun an immediate search for a new women's flag football coach. Changes could be coming for childhood vaccines and their recommended schedules. A new group of advisors for the CDC will be convening in the future. They will be part of the Advisory Committee on Immunization and Practices. This comes after Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. fired all 17 previous members of the group back in June. Many vaccines on the current schedule are recommended worldwide, but the new group will look at things like new ingredients, technologies, and the rise of vaccine hesitancy. It's still unclear who will be on the panel. A recall alert to tell you about this morning. Sprouts Farmers Market is recalling its smoked mozzarella pasta salad over possible listeria contamination. The pasta salad was sold in the grab-and-go section between August 31st and October 7th. If you've purchased it recently, throw it out, don't eat it. No illnesses have been reported so far. A late offensive explosion helped carry the Carolina Hurricanes to victory at home to start the new season. The Canes took on the New Jersey Devils at the Lenovo Center last night in their season opener. The Devils and Canes entered the final period tied at 2. The Hurricanes scored 4 goals in the final period, including 2 from center Seth Jarvis. 6-3 was the final score. The Canes play again tomorrow night at home against the Philadelphia Flyers. Puck drop is at 7 p.m. UNC and Duke are off this weekend, but NC State will be on the field. The Wolfpack are going on the road to take on 16th ranked Notre Dame tomorrow. NC State will be looking for its 5th win of the season. Kickoff against the Fighting Irish is scheduled for 3:30. King tides and a possible system off the coast could lead to beach erosion and flooding along the East Coast. In South Carolina, beaches from Charleston to the North Carolina line are preparing for flash flooding. King tides are the highest seasonal tides each year. Even with no storms offshore, during the king tide, high tide can reach 7 feet or higher. We are closely monitoring the Outer Banks, which recently experienced erosion from Imelda and Umberto. And Elizabeth Gardner is tracking that possible coastal low that's about to form and could bring more rain and more havoc to the Outer Banks.
Yeah, we're definitely watching it past the South Carolina line. Now, they're already seeing some showers offshore, but this will affect the coast of North Carolina and Virginia and a good bit of the East Coast. It will be what's called a nor'easter. It'll be very similar to the same sort of effects that we would see with a tropical system. It just is constructed a little bit differently. Same impacts, it just has a different construction. We do have some cloud cover that's starting to push in along the coast right now. We check out Futurecast this morning. We're seeing a mix of clouds and clear sky. At 7 a.m., again, kind of same story. By the time we get to lunchtime, it'll be mainly cloudy. And once those clouds settle in, we're not likely to see sunshine until next week. At midnight, we're likely to be fairly dry. The big question is, will we see rain in the triangle by the morning hours? I know there are a lot of events, a lot of festivals. Right now, it looks like the bulk of the rain would arrive in the triangle closer to lunchtime. But notice here at 8 a.m., some showers trying to sneak in around Fayetteville and Goldsboro, and that will continue to lift northward. Notice it's fairly widespread by the time we get to lunchtime, and then it's just on through the afternoon. The areas that'll be the driest will be up near the Virginia line, especially north and west, and the heaviest rain will be along the I-95 corridor. So we have a 70% chance of rain on Saturday and a 50% chance on Sunday. I'll walk you through Sunday coming up in just a few minutes. We'll talk about those totals too. It's dry today, though. Don't worry about rain today. It's 52 as you're heading out the door. A little breezy, northeast wind at 9. No gusts right now, but winds are blowing around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And we'll see gusts this afternoon about 15 to 20. Temperatures this morning are in the low to mid 50s for the most part and could dip on into the 40s. No 40s showing up on this map except in Chapel Hill, where it is 48 right now. Temperatures are 5 to 10 degrees cooler than they were yesterday. Around town, we're going to hold it in the 60s in the Triangle, likely to see around 72 in Fayetteville. And then not bad for Football Friday. It will be cloudy, but temperatures will be in the 60s, so your favorite team sweatshirt will be just fine. 75 is our normal high, and of course we are below that for the next several days as we have that rain in our forecast. Once we get past Sunday, we do start to brighten up, and a good-looking week ahead. We definitely need that rain that we'll see over the weekend, but there are a lot of events that could be affected.
Elizabeth, thank you. Excitement is soaring. Tickets are on sale for the upcoming Wicked sequel, the countdown for the much-anticipated award season contender. And well wishes for Dolly. A country music legend is reacting to recent concerns over the health of Miss Dolly Parton. Welcome back. It's 4:54 as we take a live look at the legislative building in Raleigh. Before you leave the house, don't forget, you'll probably need a jacket or a coat. It is chilly out there. A first look at the story behind a Shakespeare masterpiece and a new story set in Westeros. Ashley Dvorkin has that and more in today's Hollywood Edition.
Think of what we could do together.
In its first 24 hours, Wicked for Good became Fandango's best first-day ticket pre-seller of 2025, the top pre-seller by a PG film in Fandango history, and took a place in the top 10 first-day pre-sellers of all time. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande return as Elphaba and Glinda in theaters November 21st. The world tour of Les Miserables, the arena concert, will include a stop at Radio City Music Hall. The limited engagement runs July 23rd through August 2nd, 2026. General sale tickets start October 24th. It's part of the 40th anniversary celebrations of the world's longest-running musical.
What's your name?
Sir Duncan the Tall.
In today's First Looks is HBO's Game of Thrones prequel series, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Set a century before GOT, the tale centers on two unlikely heroes on an adventure where great destinies and powerful foes await. The drama premieres January 28th.
He's got more inside of him than any man I've ever met.
Plus, a trailer was released for Hamnet, directed by Oscar winner Chloe Zhao, with a cast including Jessie Buckley and Paul Mescal. It's the story of love and loss, which inspired William Shakespeare's Hamlet. Sam Mendes and Steven Spielberg are among producers. The film is receiving early award season buzz as it makes the festival rounds. It starts in theaters November 27th, then expands nationwide December 12th. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin.
Taylor Swift's new album is breaking streaming records. The single, The Fate of Ophelia, from her album, The Life of a Showgirl, is now Spotify's most streamed song in a single week. The record was previously held by Miley Cyrus's song, Flowers. The Fate of Ophelia also had the most streams in a single day, breaking a record that was held by a different song from Taylor Swift. And The Life of a Showgirl is Spotify's most streamed album in a single day. Reba McEntire is now reacting to Dolly Parton's post about her health yesterday.
You tell them, Dolly, that AI mess has got us doing all kind of crazy things.